書記官の仕事はとても簡単だ。だからこそこの職位にいる。
Hey, what's up, Clara? How you doing, man? What's up, Nash? Good to see you. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that, man. And that is why I like saving my primos. That's why I put up having to skip some characters that I like, so that when a character that I really like comes along, I don't have to worry about losing 50-50. Because when you got enough primos, getting lucky and losing 50-50 doesn't matter. You got enough primos. What's up, Saki? Jamie? Alhaitham? Alhaitham, Clorinde, I'm not wishing those. Saving for Furina. I have Alhaitham. I see. Cool, cool. Yeah, Clorinde hardly is a practical choice, unless if you're just strapped, like you actually just need another team. Like you literally only have one potential team, and the only other team that you can come up with is like Copium. Yeah, then sure. But then again, you could just save your primos and wait for the next patch. L, oh, like letter L. L. Even Kaching's way better than her, in my opinion. I wouldn't say that. Kaching's kind of. I think Clorinde's a little more fun to play. Yeah, Kaching's more like okay, E, Q, E, and then spam charge attacks a couple of times. Really annoying that how her charged attacks make her take a step back. Right, like you take a step back, but then you're also pushing enemies forward. So like, what is this supposed to do? Make up your mind. Oh, well, this is in Japanese. Thought that Clorinde will completely power creep current electro characters, MSA or animation stick. She does. Well, not all electro characters. She's like a. If there weren't other 4-star electro DPSs, then compared to Raiden Shogun, Clorinde would be a 4-star. Yeah, like Clorinde would be a 4-star compared to Raiden Shogun as an on-field DPS. Hey, what's up, Loap? How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Thriller? Good to see you again. My friend got a DM by an older guy, 19 or 18. My friend 16. DM my friend about. Okay. Well.
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more?
It's nice that she's actually
Hello there. You...
Oh, no.
like she didn't
so
just
you're here
take
about-
the
to be
plunge,
honest, we
you know,
are
like
all
blindly
pretty much
jumping in the water.
This person we're looking for. What's his...
That means that your friend is at least being smart about it.
Can't...
I'm sorry. I
If
know it
she's
may seem-
smart
just-
enough
at
to
least
think about that,
Alright.
then I'm sure she's smart enough
I-
Now
to.
that you've started...
But of course, there aren't many.
Could he have just...
I'm sure she'll be smart enough to be able to see if the guy is actually okay or not.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be,
Obviously, she's very young. She's underaged, right? So
It's that guests I hear.
if it ever works out between them,
could you tell us
Of course.
They're gonna have to hold
with
off
my
on doing
failing
anything else
eyesight, I'm
until
afraid
she's
I
old
can't
enough.
Offer much. I don't think he would often. And whenever, as the village.
and if she's again, if she's
seems
smart
like such a
enough to even think about whether or not she should, because she knows that she's underage, then I'm sure she's smart enough to see again, like again,
What do you think?
she's smart enough to be a good judge of character, at least a good enough judge of character, and she'll be smart enough to know how to cut ties or to how to keep going.
Yep, sure.
I'm so... My name is Atosa, by the way.
I pray Tanned characters have a redemption arc in Natlan. Tanned characters, who are our current Tanned characters? Dia is one, I think. Anyone else?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Did Dia, my
Is
other
this
friend,
the- Yep.
where she's 14? I
used
don't
to-
think it's okay.
I was surrounded...
Alone?
Well,
Everyone
it sounds
has
like
their own
he's
problem. Really?
it sounds like he's
Oh,
window
that
shopping.
sounds really nice. You're quite lucky
Sounds like he's window shopping.
when it comes
And-
to our missing. No matter what, he was so... Ever since he...
I mean,
no,
I know
no,
that
none of those-
cultures are very
Did he have a
different when it comes to
Oh, right.
what is
I didn't
acceptable
know.
behavior. When it comes to
Look at me.
you
the
know, when
last
it comes to
time-
this
oh,
stuff.
Come to think of it, time always
But
passed
so
by
here in the
really slow.
Philippines,
Well,
girls
time always seems to pass slow
want
when you're relaxed,
dedication.
right?
Like
What?
they want, like, if girls were shops and you looked at their shop
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
and they looked at another shop, they didn't even go in yet, they just looked at the shop, they just looked at the window,
The abyss.
they just looked at the window, seemed like they had an inkling of interest in the stuff that's in that shop, and then turned away for a bit, and then went to look at another shop,
Solidify.
and then seemed also like they had an inkling of interest,
Yeah! Skyward!
then that guy's not welcome anymore when he comes back. At least that's the vibe that I get from most Filipina girls.
Next on the agenda.
And when you do go into their shop
Access denied.
and you start talking to them and they start entertaining you,
We're way behind schedule.
you have to be as dedicated to them as if you were married
Thank you
to
so
them.
much.
At
I
least
wasn't
that's,
expecting-
you know,
No trouble.
not all girls are like that,
Well,
that's
we should head back
on
and check
average.
out the situation and
but that's here. Right? So like I think my answers from a Filipino perspective would be very different from what is acceptable or not acceptable
It's Dainsleif.
from in, you know, like the culture where you are. Sun-kissed Sino. Oh yeah, I guess Sino's a little
It's
tanned,
you
yeah.
two.
Oh, a friend of yours?
And Candace, I guess.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should
Pyro
head back to the
Bismay's
village and
rushed
check up
with
on
so-
Chief Amadea and the others anyway.
Mage,
you later.
okay. Rushed with so
Tosa.
much confidence. That's how it should be. Raffron College, last internal.
Why do you always have to
Oops.
pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your
Uh-oh.
life?
It's hardly personal.
I made
or
a mistake.
intentional, for that matter.
No.
As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to
No,
cross
wait,
paths.
wait. How do I?
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would
Darn
explain
it.
the monster
Okay,
you were
wait. I'm
fighting
so
just
sorry.
now.
Wait. Oh wait.
Naturally.
What have I done?
Hold on. Are you not
Uh,
here for the same purpose?
unhigh. Okay, okay. Wait, wait. I. The. Wait. What have I done?
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you
I was
also
okay.
realized
Wait.
by
Let me.
now there's
Okay.
something strange about this place.
All right. That
The
seems
Abyss Order is
fine.
most certainly planning something
Okay,
in
that
this area.
seems fine. What did
Or
I?
worse, their plan could
Wait.
already be in motion.
So you think the
Okay,
Abyss
that
Order is
seems
behind the
fine.
holy trail activity in the area?
As things stand,
Okay.
I highly doubt that
Did
is
I
their
did I
primary
accidentally
motive.
ban someone?
I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around.
The best way to protect them, and you shall
Yeah.
have. Don't worry.
Okay, I don't think I banned anyone by accident. I'm so sorry, everyone. I was like spam clicking here, and then like I switched my mouse over to my laptop, and then I was still spam clicking, and I was
So
like
that was the
furiously
commission
turn
that
it
brought you
off,
here
turn
to
it off,
Vimara
and I was
Village.
like, oh no, it's on this computer. It's
Someone
like the
who
the
seems to
spam
only
clicking
exist in
isn't
people's
on this
memories.
computer. It's on my like
That
my
is indeed quite
desktop.
intriguing.
It's like, oh dear.
I would agree
Okay,
that it's
well,
unlikely you have a simple missing
anyway.
persons case on your hands.
I'm pretty sure I didn't mute anyone
Any
or I didn't
possible
time
connection
anyone
to the
out.
Abyss Order is still It appears all
Seems
we
to
have.
be
Right!
mostly deleted messages.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe
Really. After
there's
playing
still
Dia
hope? The
Burgeon,
sinner you wish to know
I felt
about?
I was too
His
hard on her
name,
kid.
I'm loath to
She's kind of okay actually.
There
Like
There
she's
were five, the
she's
wise, Roptatir, the
everyone.
visionary, no matter how
No.
he wrote.
Wait,
Yeah,
some of
most
those names
people
sound really
sort of just
familiar. And the one we just learned
like
about.
when we see a new character and they don't do really good damage, or they don't buff the heck out of other characters,
And when
then
the
we're
cataclysm
immediately
occurred,
like, nah, she,
indeed.
they're
Of
meh.
course.
They're
So-
terrible.
I've
They're
continued
not
by
good.
retrieving the eye of the first field.
But then
Indeed, the eye was
when we get a
integral. There are
character,
many
when we get a character that
What?
does a
Almost
lot of
based on
damage,
the
we're
info.
immediately like, oh, he's broken.
My recent investigation.
Wait,
Everybody should pull for him.
It's certainly
well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try and...
Anyway, sorry, Nash. Wait a moment. Your name isn't. Oh, dear. Okay, made another mistake. I should really stop that. Hang on. Message. Okay, pin this. Here we go. Your name's not blue anymore.
I used way too much brain juice
There.
yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated
I
stuff.
think that's right. Yeah.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Wow. This is truly an open world game. Look at this. I'm done spamming dialogues over here. Now I get to move over here. And then spam some more dialogue over here. Yeah, that's the peak of content, isn't it?
Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
The mod going free from the basement. What is?
Did
Where did that?
something happen?
Okay, I know that the moderator
Young
thing.
got-
there are people.
The moderator meme is probably
wasn't
like from
I'm
Reddit,
certain
isn't it?
I've never met
Like that's
this person
probably
before.
yeah. Isn't that that's from
remember
Reddit, right?
handing
Like
him the
where
eye.
like
What?
the-
Okay, so this
the
missing person definitely
stereotypical
has something to do.
Indeed.
internet mod
Wait then.
is like a
what
guy,
do you do?
Whatever
like
the
a
What
fat
sort of tr-
homeless
Their
dude
goal
in like
is
living
I
in their
am the
mom's
only
basement or
person
something
you're
like that.
concerned- However, come with me.
Oh, so you're
Dia got another team with Clorinde. She does?
Of course.
Oh, wait, I think she does. Yeah, cause like, okay, I think even Toma got a got a new team with Clorinde. Cause Clorinde is very because okay the fact that she self heals it makes you feel like, okay, I can forego a healer. But she doesn't have any resistance to interruption in her kit, and like she doesn't really have that many supports that that fit her teams very well, that
you
have
hit it way
resistance to
out
interruption,
here?
like a
Not an
Xingqiu,
easy place to
Beidou.
discover,
But
that's for sure.
the problem with Beidou is
Let's
like
go check to see if it's safe.
Beidou hardly generates energy, and Clorinde doesn't really generate a
Trevor,
lot of energy. So like I think they're both gonna be energy starved. Clorinde's okay with not bursting every rotation, but Beidou is certainly not
We've no
doing
time to
anything
lose.
on the team if she's
Let's
not
head
bursting
inside.
every rotation. So I guess you could put a Zhongli in there, and like Zhongli's like a, what is that tape? Like that what was that tape that in that advertisement that's also just become a meme at this point, where like somebody just slapped the tape on, like there was like this tank of water and then there was a hole in it, and somebody slapped the tape on the hole, and like the leak was gone. What kind of tape was that? I don't remember. Zhongli's so exactly what that is. I keep forgetting what that tape is. Hang on. Flex tape. That's it. That's it. Flex tape. Sorry. Any elements they recommended? Pyro and electro. Pyro and electro. Don't really have. Because I'm afraid that there might be heralds or lectures, and I don't want to bring like basically mono elements in there. So I want to make sure my elements are covered so I won't get stuck in there for half an hour. Yeah, okay, I guess this team, sure. Flex tape, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Shinrin. Exactly. Zhongli's like the quick and easy flex tape. Like you need to survive. Okay, well I don't need a healer, and none of the healers that I have work well with this character. Okay, well all right. If I don't take damage, then I'll I'll guess I'll be fine. Okay, well, how do I not take damage? Okay, well, a shield. Well, what else does the shield do? I don't get interrupted anymore. Okay, great. Who's a good shielder? Zhongli. Okay, right. You're in. He's like the flex tape of like anyone who doesn't wanna bother like dodging or healing or like coming up with a team that has like proper healers, proper synergy, and like memorizing enemy attack patterns. Zhongli.
It appears the mechanisms
Am
here
I the
have
only
changed
one
over
that
time.
feels like
can access
that feels
the upper
like
floor through the side door.
whenever I Shangling
Perhaps you should
burst
try reactivating the
on enemies,
mechanism.
I always feel like I'm about to nuke my house just to kill one mouse. I'll pull another Electro Mommy and Woo. Clorinde feels so much better with Beidou. It's probably the resistance to interruption, isn't it? Yeah. Like I haven't played Clorinde in too many teams yet. I've mostly played her in the Quick Bloom team with Furina, as well as the It's sort of like a hyper. I guess it's also a quick bloom team, with Kazuha and Fischl, and that's it. And in both teams, there's no resistance to interruption and no healing at all.
Rain cutter, know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
It's always Xiangling. Those on C6 official on 4 golden, but 3368 ratio. I felt like ending it all. Am I a meta head now? Let me think. Yeah. You're pretty much a meta head now. You were so triggered by someone having the right artifact set,
Make sure all the
but
runes
having
are
terrible
pointing in the
stats.
direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Oh, cool. Oh, this is awesome. Oops, one more.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go.
Man, that's
Our
pretty
destination
cool.
is just up ahead.
I can't understand like how much creativity you would have to come up with puzzles like different unique puzzles every patch. Like remember, this game is ongoing. That means like not every patch, but like every like I guess new area that they introduce, they have to come up with like new puzzles. Like I know that some of them can just be like they can just recycle some of the older ones and like add like a little twist to it, but still like some of them are really new and unique. He said Fischl's just a support. What do you mean Fischl? Xiangling's a support.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Really like Clorinde, Chevreuse, Xiangling, Beidou team. Clorinde, Chevreuse,
Be on your
Xiangling,
guard.
Beidou.
I sense the
That
presence of
sounds
the
okay.
abyss.
It sounds like a very energy hungry team. I'm not sure how you keep up with energy in that team, but it sounds great.
There is no escape. Going in. Let's light it up.
Eat this! Booba, get them!
Witness the power of Booba. Know my sword.
Pop,
Let's light it up.
pop. Still hate these guys.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
Just as I suspected.
Clorinde, Chevreuse,
The
Beidou,
false
Xiangling,
memories were
best
a
team.
trap. Now that they're
I'm
in the vicinity, we should
probably
have a
gonna
chance
one
to see.
cycle stuff with that team, but I'm gonna have to reset Abyss so that I have energy for the next chamber
you
and the
feel
next
that?
chamber.
There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Well, Sasuke is very sensitive, right? I mean, Dainsleif's English VA is the same as Sasuke's, right?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion.
Yeah, that's literally
If you
Sasuke.
return to
Like
Vimara
it's
village,
the moment I
suspect you
started
might finally
hearing
have the opportunity
English
to locate
Dane,
the missing villager.
like I've
think
always
of it as a way to
like every
divide
time I
and
hear
conquer.
him now, it's just Sasuke in my head. It's just me. Is this a new Archon quest? I was wondering. Why Dane is around? I was like, oh, it's that time of the year again. Yep, that's true. That's true. It is. We are nearing the end of the Fontaine arc, and we are starting to head into the next major arc, which is the Natlan / Pyro arc. So yes, It's that time of the year again when we get to see Dane. Our history had so many puzzles. They must have been taking inspiration. Two Cryo Herald and one Herald Abyss was painful. Oh, God. So don't remind me, man. That. Oh.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face. You
Alright, I'm gonna go now. Don't want to spoil myself. Alright, alright. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit,
So you
Shinran.
came here all
See you
on
later,
your
man.
own?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you
Ether's
alone.
talking! We
I
can
know
hear him
you must have
talking
a lot
again.
to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
That's probably one of the longest lines Ether's ever had to say in years.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are
Why are we here?
whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on. Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
I got Ether's voice lines. Yeah, but those are voice lines. I'm talking about like in the story.
Sounded
Voice lines, sure, they add to the lore in the world, but I mean, how do I check on them? Oh, over there.
Looks
Yo.
like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we've reclaimed release.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, softly. Sleep well when you...
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that... Let's put the situation to
Hey,
the side
sup,
for
Stella?
now.
How you doing?
Dane said this might be our
Do I actually have to walk? Oh my god.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss? Thank you for...
Well, that's... Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across... Huh? Well, you know, that's kind of the whole...
Ah, at least...
Yeah, I remember yesterday, Stella, you were pretty upset with the Archon quest.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grip. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the mist... You're right.
Someone's gone.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of... He's around...
Oh,
Really?
there aren't many. Then there's only one person who fits. Yeah.
Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Oh no, come on. Jeez.
Just like what happened. If we really... If this person...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in just like how
You
you
remember
haven't
I
also explained
felt
why
pity
we
for the
seem to be at a
Hilly
time before
I don't remember you talking about Hilly Trolls, but I remember I remember you being kind of upset after doing the Archon quest yesterday.
Has the ability to... Right! Like, does it...
All the memories seem... If time was... There's a... No.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the Telebi implanted
I'll
with
strip the
memories,
story.
like
I
there
mean,
could be
I wish
that's
I
why
had the
he-
time, man. Memory idea. Who is Atosa?
Dainsleif had We thought... The color of the sky...
Oh, right! That's
Come to think of it,
I mean, we're gonna get
Every
the
time
we're
always
gonna get
passed by
story
really
recaps
slowly.
and lore recaps that are
Even when it-
much more in depth anyway from lore theorists, content creators. So we might as well. Hoyo's already making their billions, right? So I might as well give my couple of cents by watching some lore theorists' YouTube video. I get more information that way, and I save myself a lot of time, and I help out a brother. So yeah, win-win-win.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you'll meet many amazing
that-
people and live a very happy life.
What's his name
I
again?
won't miss someone like me.
Clotar?
Huh? Are
Is that
those your friends
Clotar?
over there?
Hey, what's up, wrong person? How you doing, man? The clothes look like Clotar's, at least the design. But Clothar's was wearing a robe, and he's wearing like a suit.
I guess you could say that. It must have taken them so...
Another time, huh?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
That is Clotar, isn't it?
The founder of the Abyss Order. Born into Dane's brother. You're...
Oh. You know me?
Ah, it's Carrie Bear.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so it's
see.
his son. I see,
It
I
was the
see.
memory, wasn't it?
Alright.
But
I thought this was like in the past or something. I've always wondered about that, by the way. So, like, if all the Halichurls are like transformed, I almost said Atlanteans. What's Where are they from? Conrians. There you go. Conrians. Why are there so many of them? Like, how big of a nation was Conria in the first place? Because it certainly seems like there are a lot more hilichurls than there are people in this world. Conria was the biggest and most powerful nation. They did pretty well for themselves, despite being underground, right?
I suppose you could call it the realm. It's nothing. Extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me, but in truth, the person you see before. As for your question, in its primitive, once fully completed,
Conria was about to merge all nations into
weave
that.
lines, it
The
loses
heavenly
but
principles
it also
intervened.
becomes a tool.
I see.
I have the ability to after all. I just wanted them to feel as if. Why would I do but I had to know what it would be like. Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiat, Atosa. What would it be like? I was curious, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it's after all. Any chance that even the form you see before. I know. But there's nothing. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise.
So,
I know.
I remember complaining about this way back, about
Captain
Genshin's
Dainsleif. Exactly.
storytelling.
The Loom of Fate has already been
And
completed.
like my main complaint about their storytelling is
No
that
need to worry about
they
Captain
tell so
Dainsleif's
much,
plan. He would
but
then
they
hand that
hardly
way.
show anything.
Captain Dainsleif. That's right.
Like they tell us the story instead of showing it.
Before you two entered that false location.
And I remember, like, I haven't heard anyone make that
Traveler.
comment about any kind of story before, until recently. Until recently, when I
No time to
watched,
lose. Let's head inside.
what was his name? I don't know if you guys know this guy on YouTube. His channel name's
That was when I implanted the memory
Over
of
Analyzing
intense-
Avatar,
I'm sorry.
and his main content
I
from
promise.
before,
Tevat's
until
ley
he
line
finished
system is
doing
deeply
it,
entrenched
was
in the planet. In
he
the face of
basically
enemy
would
face.
make videos
You remember
of
my
him.
after
Well,
he used
again,
the
you
power
know,
of the abyss to restore consciousness to comfort
over
me with that
analyzing
story.
Avatar,
My goal
like
was to
Avatar: The Last
implant
Airbender. Like
specific
he would
in that
point
memory.
out little details. He would like complain a little bit. He would point out little nuances and praise where praise is due.
I can't change the world.
About
All
the
that's left
show,
now.
and then like he finished all episodes, and now I think he's in Korra. Cutscene. All right, and I remember him complaining the same thing. Oh no, I think he finished Korra, or maybe I don't know, don't remember. But now he's doing the Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he complained about the same thing, about the story telling too much and not showing enough.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
So this isn't the real Ether, right? This is like a memory of him.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That battle earlier, the one against I didn't were it not for that. Perhaps I'd still be no match for the loom of fate, huh? I still haven't before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be. Or what you could say that. Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world. Even though, so ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too... Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But there's just one thing why? Why can't we
Who's that girl? Caribert and? Oh, is that us?
At the end of my journey,
We're not on a
I
tree.
arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the... Do you remember? A long time ago, when you told me you want to have a place like that. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone, everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now.
Well, isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? Like they just give us this this wholesome moment to stir up our emotions and then get us all excited that is this it? Are we finally reuniting and we're gonna team up together? We're gonna team up together from here on out. And then, oh, well, okay, everything that happened here, nobody's gonna remember. So everything will be just like before.
No matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back. Oh, and Dane came by he didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like let's think for it. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What is... Well, what happened after that?
Never mind, it was wiped. I know, right? Like, they they make us think like, oh, finally progress.
Ah, there you are.
Progress in the story.
Seem happy.
And then
Something
yoink.
good happen?
Something good. It's just that, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree.
How
There he
long
was,
are they gonna
sleeping under
drag
that
out
tree
this
all by
story,
himself.
man?
And after
I know that.
well,
Okay,
we all
all
started
right,
to feel
all right.
like
I
that
get
really
it.
is what happened.
I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
and we
If
also
they
remembered
ever
his name.
finish this
Caribert.
story,
Now, that's not a name you hear.
what are they
Yeah,
gonna do
Would have been helpful.
in
if
any
we remembered
in
it
the
sooner.
next update? and in the next,
Well,
and
I
in the
hope-
next. I get it.
Seems like
They
everyone
want to
thinks
drag
Cory
out
Bear-
this story for as long as possible. But we've been here before. We've been here before. You gave us a story to supposedly progress the story forward, but there was literally no progression. We just saw a bit of history, and that's it. It looked like the story was moving forward, but no.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I was part of honestly, it's fun. I guess I'm just happy I got Okay, otherwise, why would he just... You don't need to comfort. It's just like Cory Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, anyway...
Well, that... Oh, right.
Is that it? Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to be that short, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy it was so short. It actually saves me a lot of time. How do they remember Care Bear then? I know. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna complain because I didn't really pay attention to the story, so I'm not gonna complain. All right. I'll complain when I know everything about what happened in the story. Probably towards right at the end of 4.8. Ashikai and like the other what was this red thing? Ah, yes. All right, Ashikai and the other lore theorist content creators are gonna make like a lore recap of 4.0 to 4.8. Then I'll know. Then I can complain or not complain. Wait. What is this? Oh. Yeah. It's the thing. The new endgame thing. Okay. Cool. I was wondering, like, why is the last one 0? Okay, be right back. I have dailies to do on the other accounts. I think Atosa fell in love with Care Bear. I mean, she seemed really into him. Like the fact that like they were talking and she got flustered and ran away. She seemed really into her. But then obviously we know what happened to Care Bear, and probably didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. How has Clorinde been with you? Oh, she's been fun. She hasn't been great. Like, I took her into Abyss and I just couldn't. I couldn't do anything with her. But she's been fun, in my opinion.
Want me to come along?
Okay, I guess do dailies. I kind of don't want to do dailies, really. But I guess I'm gonna have to. Where's normal attack chain? Also smooth and fluid. Ah, that's true. Yeah, that is like one of the more fun parts about her kit that I like, is like her attacks seem so like they're fast paced, but like they're fast paced, but like you can, as long as you get a bit of practice in and you get into the rhythm of it, and like that's it. You kind of just get used to it. Even though it's fast paced, like it makes you feel like you're actually playing well, but not really, because it's it's not really like it's again Genshin's designed to not be difficult. Like they don't want coffee, okay. So they don't see it honestly seems like Hoyo does not want Genshin to be the kind of game that is like that they don't seem to want to attract like try hard sweaty gamers. And so that's actually one of the reasons why I've always liked to play Diluc, because like his more traditional playstyle was in a vape team, right? In a vape team with Xingqiu. And it wasn't just okay, get an infusion, like use your skill or burst, and then like spam everything. And I love that you can also just hold the left mouse button. Like, I don't know if you guys knew about that already, but you can literally just hold left click and you don't have to let go. Oh, I am using a level 1 weapon. I should not be doing that. Yikes. So, like, look at this. Okay, I press E, and then I'm gonna hold down left mouse button, E, without letting go. Like, I don't have to let go of the left mouse button. Is that finale? Is that best in slot? Yes. That is her best in slot, other than the 5 stars. But I'm so mad that I didn't get Clorinde on the main account. But if you look at my sword options here, I have nothing. So that means I'm gonna have to go with Finale of the Deep, which is fine. It's really good on her. It's really good on her. But on my main account, I have Haran, which is one of her best 5 stars. Haran, like, you know, Ayato's sword. I have Black Sword, which is better, not by a lot, but it is better than Finale in most situations. And in some situations, it's still better, but not like barely. But then in like some situations, it's also quite a bit better. Black Sword. The problem with Black Sword though is, like, you know, the crit, it's a crit rate weapon. So like if you have a lot of crit rate in your substats and you don't have the you don't have enough of a variety in your artifacts that you can like swap out and like trade some crit rate for some more crit damage, you know, like stuff like that. That's like one problem with Harangipaku and Black Sword. But they are like Harangipaku and Black Sword are better than Finale of the Deep, and I'm so mad that Harangipaku on my main account now is on Ayaka. It's on Ayaka. And Black Sword is on no one. It's on Kaya, who I never use. So I hate it so much. I got Clorinde on my second account and third account, but not my main account. That has better weapons for her. I will say though, on this account, I'm on the second account right now. I do have I got quite lucky with artifacts, and I already have a pretty decent artifact set for her. So Thundering Fury, 4TF, and these are my ratios. And this crit rate is fine because remember, she gets 20% from her passive. So this is really 76, 196. I think it's a little I'm not happy though that I'm on an EM Sands. So I'm still really looking forward to I'm still really looking forward to getting a proper attack Sands. I don't have any more attack Sands. Yeah. Nothing.
I've faced many opponents in my duels.
I did 4-piece Glad workout. It's pretty good. I have 4-piece Glad on her on the third account. The only, you know what? It's actually not that bad. Like, yeah, it's pretty good, I think. The only downside to it is like I have a bit of downtime between rotations. Like there's like 1, 2 or 3 seconds that I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for the skill to cool down. But with 4TF, I have 0 downtime, but I'm not able to rotate through all my characters quickly enough. Like Clorinde's, like by the time that I finish my rotation, my skill cooldown will be like 2 or 3 seconds, and obviously that's not enough. Obviously that's not enough time for. It's not enough time for me to rotate through my all my other characters and their abilities. So, but it makes for like a super smooth rotation. With Glad, I just have like 1, 2, or 3 seconds of downtime. Anyway, third account now. Have you tested her dash? Well, no. I'm pretty confident that they're not gonna give her iframes from her skill. Because remember, you're already like repositioning quite a lot. So you're already. That's sort of already a form of defensive utility. And giving iframes, and remember, it's a spammable skill. Like there's no cooldown at all. It's just 0. Like your E, like look at this. Like you look, there's not like a 0.5 second cooldown. No, it's just spam. So if you do this, then you literally have like an endless amount of iframes. I have Glad on her on this account because my 4TF on this account is very. Here are my ratios on her on this account. No surprise, it's better than my 4TF ratios. Wait, what? Wait. When did I do dailies? Oh, yesterday. I already did them yesterday. I'm an idiot. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna use up that 1 resin then. Why no female Conrians? Her signature is 84 crit damage at R5. 84 crit damage? What do you mean? The passive? The passive gives you 84 crit damage? Wait, really? Weapon characters. Okay. Crit damage. Oh, wait. Really? Oh, total. Okay. All right. 84 crit damage. I mean, we literally have weapons that give 88 crit damage already. So like, I mean, the fact that it's a high base attack weapon though, that's I think the most impressive part. Oops. Her Japanese voice doesn't suit her. I haven't really paid attention to it much yet. I've been too focused on just thinking about what I'm missing. Like I know that I'm still missing the weapon. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think by tomorrow I will be able to raise that, cuz like well, all right. It's kind of funny actually that I have everything ready for Finale of the Deep except for literally, where is it? Oh, here. For the 2-star materials. Like I remember I had 7 of these and I had 60 of these and 0 brown ones. 0 of the 2-star ones, which is like, that's literally all I need. I think I get what you mean, but like, you don't think her Japanese voice suits her? Because like, her English voice is like, it's a different vibe. I think I get what you mean.
Ready. Loaded. Into the shadows. Hunt them down. Time to testify. Where evil lurks, shoot on a stroke of good luck, and a very welcome one. If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy. First to find gets to stake their claim. Seems fair. Time to finish this. If these items are unclaimed, we may take them with time to testify. A sharpshooter. Enough! A sharpshooter. Per your wishes. Need to hire a duelist? My blade will lead us through the shadows. I'll take over. Get to safety.
Yeah, like, her English voice is like... How do I describe it?
Ready. Loaded. Hunt them down. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. A stroke of good luck, and a very welcome one.
So it's like part cool and like badass, part like there's a very slight hint of like seductiveness in it. And there's also like it all somehow sounds so official.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Ready. Loaded. Into the shadows. Time to testify.
Yeah, like that's sort of what I'm hearing. Like it sounds cool and badass, and like it's somehow still like if I visualize the voice, it still somehow sounds really like curvy and attractive, despite sounding cool and badass and strong. But somehow all of that still sounds super official and legit. Oops. Whereas, let me see. Let's listen to Japanese voiceover again.
なかなか見られない景色だな。射撃準備。装填。影を撃つ。邪悪を狩り撃つ。潔白を証明する時だ。悪を見極め、影を狩り尽くす。思いがけない幸運だな。悪くない。どこにも属さ拾ったものが所有し、下がれ。勝敗はなかなか正確だ。そこまでだ。
Okay, so it sounds. There's the I can hear like the cool and badass and strong thing, like tone to it.
あなたの頼みなら代理決闘の依頼か。影を狙い剣を振るう。下がれ。さっさと終わらせよう。調子に乗るなよ。滑稽だな。
I guess I can also hear the like how official the tone is, like how dignified the tone is. Like as I was listening to it, it's
拾ったものが所有者になる。合理的だな。
yeah, like I could for some reason I visualized Ayaka for a moment there.
射撃準備。影を撃つ。邪悪を狩り撃つ。
Yeah, she seems really dignified. Like I can hear like the dignified tone in there.
悪を見極め、影を狩り尽くす。
But I don't hear like the thing that I was talking about earlier, like the how I don't hear any like attractiveness to the voice. Like somehow the English voice, at least to my ears, sounds like it's like cool, strong, and sounds official, and dignified. But then somehow it all still sounds kind of sexy, and like it just sounds attractive. And like, but this one's like, it's not bad. It just doesn't feel like I'm being pulled in. Feels like the kind she keeps herself. She sounds more similar to like Raiden Shogun. Yeah, like Raiden Shogun.
見切りました。裁きの雷、稲光、すなわち永遠なり。
Yeah, like that. Are you not afraid your wife will overhear you saying this? Well, I mean, it's like she's at work, you know. So, you'll know if my wife's at work or not if I openly talk about this stuff. Or not.
鎖を断ち切る。悪を切らねば。邪魔者の粛清を。
主湯の夢に過ぎません。
Why does that voice sound so different?
あら
What the?
受け取りなさい。私には無用の長物です。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。
So over here, she sounds like she's stepping on you.
あら
But here she sounds like she's in bed with you. Like what? What is up with that? Also, what a cool voice actress, right? That is so cool that you can somehow sound like that, but in the same character, you can sound like this. That is so cool. Man, that is talent right there. That is so cool. Like right here, right? Like, so this is like when you join the party, and I don't understand it. Obviously, I can't understand Japanese, but okay. My speakers. Okay, there. Right? I can I hear that, and I'm like, I feel like I have to stand at attention. Like we're okay. The leaders here. Like Anya and Frieren, being the same VA. Anya from where? Wait, who's Anya again? Anya who? Anya, the shoot. Yes, Spy Family. I see. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I had to confirm because there is another Anya that I know of from Danmachi. It's like that cat girl. But yeah. Realize Blade from HSR is the same voice actor as Linny. Go to listen if you're interested. Who Blade from HSR. I'm sure they're gonna use the same voice actors and actresses, like very often. Especially because like it's highly likely because remember they already auditioned, right? And they passed the audition and they picked them for some of their characters already. So they know how talented these, like they already have a record of those people being employed with them, whether, like in-house permanently or just by contract. So they already have records with them. So now all they have to do is just audition for that new character. Blade, okay. Let's try Googling it then. Does Honey Hunter have stuff for Star Rail? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, they do. Okay, let's see. Voices, voice lines, come on. Here. Okay. So let me see. Let me check. This is Blade, right? Okay, it says Blade up there. Scrolling all the way down to the voice lines. If I could find them again. There.
Within that world she calls a game, she will never give up, nor yield to death. There are countless weapons sharper than mine, but after 1,000 clashes, what does it matter?
That's Linny?
We are all Mara-stricken in different ways, but my situation is unusual. Although the Mara haunts me, memories of it seldom cross my mind, be they of remorse, hatred, fear, or reflection.
He sounds like a Lone Ranger to me. Like when I hear that kind of voice, it sounds like a lone gunslinger out in the American West. Like it sounds like it fits right in to Red Dead Redemption. Like Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know about Red Dead Redemption, but it sounds like it would fit right in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm trying to play other voice lines, but they're not playing. Maybe they're buffering or something?
We are all Mara-stricken in different ways, but my situation is unusual.
Okay, so... Alright, let me open up Linny's then.
To whittle oneself away, to tear your enemies apart. That is the power of a blade.
To whittle oneself away. Man, that sounds so cool. That voice, I like that. I really like that. Okay, Honey Impact, Linny, Honey Impact. Oh, jeez, they don't have a page for Linny. Oh, there. Okay. Man, they really gotta work on their SEO, man. I can hardly search for their website. I have to type it in very specifically. HSR does have a lone gunslinger, Boot Hill. Does he sound like that? Okay. I'm having trouble loading up this Linny page for some reason. Am I the only one that has trouble loading up Honey Hunter and Project Amber? Because like I've never had, like I don't know, like those websites just seem so slow to me.
I just knew you would be making an appearance here.
That's the same dude.
Back again. The fate of those I remember is never a good one.
Hey! I just knew you would be making an appearance here.
Back again. The fate of those I remember is never a good one.
I just knew you would be making an appearance here.
Man, that's a voice actor right there. That is... Damn. Yeah, that's a voice actor. That's truly... That's an actual voice actor right there.
Back again. The fate of those I remember is never a good one.
I just knew you would be making an appearance here. I just knew you would be making an appearance here.
Back again.
I can't get over it. I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop replaying that over and over again. Alright, I'm gonna put Clorinde over here. Because in 40 minutes... In 40 minutes, I'm gonna have to do dailies all over again. Alright. There is a little bit of some I gotta farm. So I'm missing some Nobushi drops for Finale of the Deep. Not too many though, thankfully. But I'm missing some Nobushi drops for Finale of the Deep. And I'm wondering like why I had so many on my second and third accounts, but I barely had any on the main account. And I think that was probably because Ayaka uses Nobushi drops, right? Why does... I know, right? I was so confused. Like, it's a Fontaine weapon. How, like, why does it use Inazuma drops? Like, I would have been like, okay, Sumeru, sure, not too far off, but like, all the way across the the world, all the way across the world, across the ocean to Japan. Like, how? Why? Hawaii. Me pulling for a straight nap. Cause I'm tired. Semester is done. Finals and the computed. Oh, nice. Computed. Have you gotten it? Have you gotten the results yet, Jace? Ah, man, I hate farming mobs. Oh, how is it? How is it, Jace? Could you imagine if so now in June 2024 if remember back then when dropped nothing, jeez, yikes. Also, that wasn't a Nobushi. Wait, these are Nobushi, aren't they? Okay, yeah, they are. Oh wait, who are the big guys then? The big guys are called Kairagi? Come on, just get over here. Okay, let's see. 9, 16, 74. Jeez. Alright. I really hoped that would... I know I said I didn't need that many, but I also thought that I'd be done by now. Well, okay. Man, looks like I'm gonna actually have to go truly farming. SC6 Ganyu? Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I very often not really sell. Like, I don't talk that highly of Xingqiu or Xiangling, you know, like like 1010 used to talk about Xiangling, and how Jeff talks about Xiangling. Like, they talk about Xiangling and Xingqiu as if like they had stocks invested into them. But I don't really think I have a character that I talk that highly of. I get the feeling that I do talk super highly of Hu Tao, but I also like try my best to make sure I point out the downsides every time I talk highly of her. And I never really, well, I don't think I've ever really talked highly about Ganyu. But I still really like Ganyu. And that's why I hyper invested into her. Where are these dudes? Oh, here. Just realized I haven't downloaded the update yet. Well, as long as you don't live in the Philippines with 5 megabits a second of internet, then I think you'll be fine. No, actually, I'm kidding. The Philippines has a lot better internet now than it used to. I think on average now, like, people have maybe 40 or like 50 megabits. And like a lot of, I think a majority of people have maybe 50 to 100. And then quite a lot of people, but not the majority, I think maybe have 200. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think that's what I think. Yeah, okay. I don't have friends to, you know, for me to go over and visit, okay, and like see how much their internet speed is. And offices here generally don't really care about having internet. I mean, even banks here, like, it's actually sad to think about, but like even banks here have internet downtime. It's so depressing. Like, I'm not talking about like a local bank. I'm talking about like a legit like bank that has like international relations. I don't know why, but I always talk lowly of every character. I mean, that's good, because like that means that you're not overselling any of the characters, because you might have friends asking you your opinion about a certain character, and you talk too highly of them because like you really like them, and then they end up, you know, blaming you that they pulled for a character that's weak. because they, I don't know, they don't know how to use it very well, and like you talk very highly of them because maybe their damage ceiling was really high, or like yeah, like their damage ceiling was really high, but they, you know, because you talked really highly of them, you didn't realize that you didn't specifically point out to them that the damage floor is really low. Mine's a gigabyte a second? Sounds cool, man. At this point, I think the next big thing that ISPs should innovate on are reducing latency. Now, I understand there's probably little to nothing that they can do about it at this point, because like at this point latency is now limited by physics and optimizations. So optimizations, and a lot of these optimizations probably come along with like planning, right? Like planning for their infrastructure, like where to put their facilities, how far apart, etc., and like, you know, strategic planning for like placement of their facilities, right? And obviously they can't change that without having to like redo the whole thing and re-optimize. So I think there's, yeah, that's why I think there's little to nothing that they can do when it comes to reducing latency. But internet speeds have gotten so high that for most people they're kind of unnecessary. I mean, sure, having higher internet speeds means that you can download updates to your game a lot faster. But it doesn't really change your browsing experience anymore. It doesn't change anything about your YouTube watching experience. Especially when you go to like non-big tech websites, because when you go to non-big tech websites, they generally don't have hosting powerful enough for a lot of traffic. Where is this? I don't know where this is. Down there? Yes, down there. For a lot of traffic. So when you download something off of like an indie website, generally your download speeds are going to be limited by their upload speeds. The only character I've ever talked lowly of, that I've never ever talked lowly of, is Nahida. Well, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's easy to talk lowly about Nahida, man. So like her character, her design, she looks really cute. She's really nice, like in her story, her character, right? And at the same time, her damage floor is so high, and her damage ceiling is also so high, and her supportive capabilities, like. Do we even have an alternative to Nahida that's not copium? I don't think so. So it's pretty hard to talk lowly about Nahida. So I can't blame you if you haven't talked lowly about Nahida, but you've talked lowly about every other character. 25.98. Is that enough? Yes. Okay, that's enough. Her only weakness is she's too good at what she does. Yeah, right. Like in an aggravate team, if Nahida's your only Dendro, you can't one cycle enemies, you have to go through multiple rotations. It's really hard to get your Electro Swirl in your following rotations because Nahida applies too much Dendro. You will never ever have Electro on the enemies because her Dendro is too strong. When's the Imaginarium Theater coming out? Yeah, right. I was wondering. Like, they didn't say when it was coming out. They just said that it would come out in 4.7. I don't know. Like, it's not in here. It probably hasn't come out. Because if it had come out, like, I'm sure it would be here. I mean, like, Abyss is here. And Abyss has been here from 1.0. And it's still here. Alright, so you bet they're gonna put the Imaginarium Theater here. 15th? June 15th? Three. It's 9, 27. I need to make 2 of these. Plus 9, 11. Another 9, yeah. Alright. Got 18. 11 and 68. Alright, this thing, how many do we have? 0, we need 4. That means I need to make 5 more of these. Plus 9, 14. And make 4. Great. Alright, so we got 4, 9, and 69. Nice. Wait, really? No, that's the wrong one. Wait, what did I just make? 9. Okay, 22. Okay. That's right. Alright, so now all I gotta farm for are the brown ones, the 3-star, the 2-star ones that for some reason I don't have, even though I have all the other ones. June or July? I don't remember. It's July. Let me try looking it up. Season Imaginarium Theater will be on July 1st, it says here. Well, this is Google's thing. Will automatically reset on the first day of every month. Okay, wait, July? So does that mean 10 days? Okay. Alright. So yeah, okay, it seems like we're gonna have a normal Abyss until July. This is, yeah, look, it says right here, this is gonna reset in 10 days, which is like the middle of June. Yeah, that's the middle of June. And I'm sure like when it resets, this reset timer will probably be like 30 days or something. Yeah, because it's saying, according to Google, Imaginarium Theater is going to reset on the first day of every month, which means Spiral Abyss will be in the middle of the month. I'm still kind of not really looking forward to Imaginarium Theater because it seems to be the type of, like, it's obviously it's combat, yeah, so like I still see it as just like Spiral Abyss, but with like limitations. Like you're not allowed to use certain characters, and like I'm sure it's gonna have like buffs or debuffs or like cards or something, like anything that will benefit certain characters. And my problem is I like, despite being AR 60 and I started Genshin pretty close to the beginning, like 15 days after the game launched. I have very few characters. And yeah, because I vertically invested into a lot of them. Like Ganyu C6, Raiden C3. Let's see, who else do I have with constellations? Furina C2, C1 Hu Tao, and I lose a lot of 50-50, and that's why that's why stuff like that happens. Thankfully, I haven't lost 50-50 too often to Dia. But hey, you know what? I'm actually pretty happy that I have Dia on this account. I like Dia in Nivelette's teams. Who's Chi-Chi? Mona? Oh, I got Chi-Chi too, don't worry. You wanna... And, so yeah, like, yeah, I've lost, you know, a few 50-50s to Chi-Chi here and there. Diluc, I kind of don't mind losing 50-50 to Diluc. Because I still like his like traditional playstyle of the normal attack, you know, and then pressing E every now and then. So the earlier I get to C6, the better. Probably still won't use Diluc as much even then, but I'll just be happy to have him someday. Still really disappointed that I don't have Evilette's weapon and or C1. C2 would be awesome and C3 would be great, but I don't know. I think I'll have to see if I can continue, if I'm able to continue vertical investment. What is it? Prioritizing vertical investments instead of prioritizing horizontal investments once the Imaginarium Theater comes out. Because again, according to the way that they explained how it works, it seems to really make you want to have more characters. Missing only Jean and I need Jean. You don't have Zhen Yun? Because like if you have Zhen Yun, I don't think you need Jean. Man, C6 Zhen Yun is kind of crazy, right? Like I went to lose his like his I don't know what it is, like versus, I guess a versus video, and man, like it beat Zhao and Kazuha in a plunge battle. Like, yikes. I just want her for collection's sake. Ah, right, I see. HP modifiers aren't as stupid in the Abyss, so you'll do good. Well, I hope so. I hope so. We had a DPS genuine. She's C2 at the moment. C2. I don't remember what C2 does. Using the skill, attack will be increased 15 seconds. Passive talent will be enhanced. Star Waker created. Neptune assistant stacks. Nearby active character. Shockwave. 400% chance of attack. Okay. Maximum damage. Shockwave. Ah, okay. Ah, I see. Yeah, so this is like... So it's a buff. And it makes her passive better. Like, it's actually a portion of her DPS with C2. Only apply this increased damage effect to a single opponent. Okay. Each character can trigger this effect every 0.4 seconds. Unlock passive. Okay. Alright, but yeah, like, okay, C2, I'm assuming that you're planning to hyper invest into her to get to C6 someday, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. She's kind of nuts. I'm just happy that I somehow had enough artifacts to get her a usable set. Like, I still would prefer like 200 ER maybe. That would have been way more comfortable, and I still would have preferred to get like 200 ER with an attack sans, but then that would have been dreaming. So I'm happy with what I got. Needs that much ER? Not really, but I just want I just want really comfy rotations. As long as, like, if I, let's say mathematically, a character needs 210 energy recharge to mathematically have exactly enough energy to get their burst the moment that you need to burst on her for your next rotation. I don't want 210 ER. I want to have 230 or 240. And that is to account for, because remember in Genshin, different enemies give different amounts of particles and orbs. Like, for example, if you're fighting a bunch of hilichurls, then you might not need 210 energy recharge. You might be able to make do with 200 ER. But if you're fighting something like Rift Hounds, then you might need quite a bit more than what, like, how much, than how much ER you needed mathematically. Due to I love comfort, what's Genshin? How much do you think is comfortable? Most, sorry, what is this? Most in Genshin. Ah, I see. How much do you think is comfortable? You mean on Genuine or what? I mean when I pair her with C6 Farzan, Bennett, Furina. She's gonna do 160k-ish with that comp. Oh, nice. Nice. Hyper carry. Yeah. Although, oh yeah, that's right. You can plunge. They're like normal plunges though. They're not her E plunges. They're not this. But with her own burst, yeah, I guess you could use her as a main DPS. An on-field DPS, sure. Which would be way better if you ever get to C6 someday. But sure, it's still pretty cool. She's a very good plunge buffer, really. And she's like genuine. No, sorry, genuine. No, she is genuine. She's like Shenhe. She's like Shenhe, but like because Shenhe is cryo, like a cryo buffer, you need Shenhe can only buff and can only make characters into a decent DPS if they're cryo. No, if they're melee, if they're a polearm, sword, or claymore user, because you can use Chongyun with them. And with Chongyun, you can turn any melee character into a cryo damage dealer. Whereas Genuine, like, you don't need to. As long as they can do plunge attacks that are infused with something, like Catalyst users are always infused. As long as they're not physical plunge attacks. I mean, like, you could certainly try and make physical plunge attacks a thing. But, good luck. Genuine used to have a CC ability in beta. Really? Her skill? Did it used to, like, pull in enemies and stuff? Me and my 233 ER Kaza comfort. 233, huh? It's like, by the, like, you E, and then you burst, and then when your when your burst animation's over, you probably have, like, your energy is probably almost full already. Jeez, it's a lot of energy, man. Sees you on 2 Gs. Yeah, one of the characters that I'm most confused about when it comes to ER requirements is Furina. She seems to have quite a wide variety of, like, because of the different, like, how much of difference there is in energy supply or, like, particle supply between all the different teams that she could slot in. There seems to be quite a wide disparity between how much energy recharge you have between the different you need on her to have comfortable rotations in her between her different teams. on her burb dive and group up enemies. That would have been cool. I think she easily would have been like a Kazuha almost replacement, like replacement in most situations, if they didn't leave that out. Like if they didn't, you know, take that out. I mean, she at this point she's almost a Kazuha replacement already. The only difference is she doesn't provide like the damage percent buff. But if you're ever planning to use whoever your on-field damage dealer is on the team in a plunge kind of setting, then yeah, like she would easily be a Kazuha replacement if she still had the crowd control that you were saying was in beta. I mean, she's a Zhao replacement. She easily is, yeah. And like, it's not even that she's a Zhao replacement. It's like she makes anyone a Zhao replacement. I mean, even like, she makes... I don't know if you... what video was that? I think that was the Zhanyun pre-release, Zajeff's Zhanyun pre-release video. In the video, he tried out a pyro vape Zhao. There's a vape Zhao with Zhanyun. And he even, like, in that case, he even made Zhao become a Zhao replacement. Like, he somehow replaced Zhao using Zhanyun with Zhao. Furina Zhao at C6. Jeez. He does make Ayaka infused sword with cryo. Good. Plunge Ayaka. I don't think you can... Yeah, I don't think you can use 4 Blizzard with that, right? Because even though she's a sword user, I think it still shatters when you plunge with her. So you might want to use something else. But still, it's very possible. Maybe you could use like a Marechaussee Hunter set, or... Is there a set that buffs plunge attacks? What is this set buff? Not that. Normal attack speed. Okay, so this is... Well, normal... And plunge attacks. When charge attacks hits... Equipping attack speed increase 10% for how long? 15 seconds. Okay, that's basically a whole rotation. You just have to do one charged attack. Animal damage though. But still, 40% plunge damage. Shimenawa? Oh yeah, that's right, Shimenawa. Now, granted, that won't work on some characters. Let me see. Inazuma, yeah. Does that include plunge? Normal, charge, and plunging. 50%. Okay, that's better. That's better. Is that on Genuine? Would it on that Genuine world boss? Genuine world boss? Plunging Ayaka. Sorry, what? Genuine world boss? I used it on that Genuine world boss. Oh, are you talking about this guy? The Swanee? Ayaka works good. I wouldn't sleep on that idea. Can't. Oh man, it's kind of funny. It's just funny to think about that. We can because of certain supports now, we can make certain characters be a good DPS, but not how they were designed to be played. Like, think about it. So if you have Shenhe. People were memeing on it, but people were People were making like a Zhongli, a cryo Zhongli DPS because of Chongyun and Shenhe. Yeah, and basically any melee character. Who would be a good fit for that? How about Furina? Yeah, like Furina. It's basically a freeze Furina. Because Furina already applies the Hydra. If you just put Chongyun in, her sword attacks will be infused with cryo. And Shenhe takes care of making them do good damage at least. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I felt like there was a lot I had to do. I remember I had to do dailies. I had to do... Okay, oh yeah, alright, right. So I remember why I felt like I had a lot to do, because I really expected the Archon quest to be well, not very long, but at least long-ish. And I didn't expect it to be as short as it was. So I really thought that I wouldn't be done yet with the stuff that I had to do by now. But here I am. I've been done for like 20 minutes now, and I'm just waiting for the next daily server reset now. Furina, Genuine, Plunge team. The highest DPS in the game. Furina, Genuine, Plunge team. Furina, the thing too is like Genuine and Furina pair so well together, right? Because Genuine is a pretty decent team-wide healer. And Furina buffs a lot if you have a good team-wide healer. And Furina and Genuine buff damage. Granted, Genuine specifically buffs plunge damage, but she also allows anyone to do plunge attacks. Whereas Furina just straight up buffs anything. So it's kind of nuts, both of them together. I mean, like, okay, think about it. When Dia came out, she was regarded as like useless, like basically useless. No matter how much you coped, how good your artifacts were on her, and how much you wailed on your carries, like there just wasn't any way to save her. But now you can actually do that with like. Hope sparked when Furina came out, and then I'm sure people tried it out, and she was like, okay, she's kind of almost usable now as a DPS. And then Genuine came out. Now, granted, it's probably still a very copium and like really just a meme team, but at least she can actually dish out enough DPS if played properly and played well. I'm actually surprised, like, so, okay, when Genuine came out, the only reason why I even pulled for Genuine, is because of Diluc. And now I'm on my main account, and I used to main Diluc here, Diluc and Ganyu. And so I used to have him on 4 Crimson, right? I just played him a traditional, playstyle. But at some point, his damage just became irrelevant, it just wasn't good enough anymore. So I benched him for a very long time, but I had a fully built Diluc. I had Gravestone, I had like 1 or 2 constellations at the time, I had a pretty decent Crimson set because I actually did farm the Crimson Domain because the Strongbox didn't exist back then yet. So I wanted to not feel too bad about how much I spent on like trying to build him up, how much resin I spent. So I wanted to be able to at least use him at some point. And I remember hearing that Diluc has the highest plunge attack multiplier in the game. So I thought, okay, maybe that could work. And it does work. Granted, you're fighting the right enemies. However, you're locked into Circle Impact with Bennett. Bennett C6. And it also doesn't work without Bennett C6. You can make it work, but you have to burst every rotation. And it's really hard to burst every rotation because you're relying on plunges, which means you might want to use Shimenawa. And obviously you can't burst with Shimenawa on. And if you do burst before your skill, then you won't get the plunge damage. So you have to use C6 Bennett to max it out. and I was happy with it that I could finally kind of use Diluc. And then so I thought, well, I have a Dia, and I have so I had an idea. I thought, well, Diluc's a pyro, claymore user. He's decent. He's usable in a plunge setting, thanks to Jianyun. Why not Dia? So I tried using Dia. Yeah, I did, really. And that's why I even leveled up her normal attack talent. But the difference, man, obviously Dia's kit is like, it's weird. I don't even know what it scales off of. So her base attack is so much lower than Diluc's, I think, 830, whereas Diluc's is like, geez, that's a pretty big difference. And the plunge attack multipliers, now granted this is level 10, but I don't think there should be that big of a difference between level 9 and 10. 442, 354, 442, 274, 342. So, like on the high plunge, there's like 100% multiplier difference. So I tried it out. It is kind of usable, but really on very squishy enemies, and barely. My very first favorite character in the game. I mean, I really, don't get me wrong, I'm not trashing on Dia. I like Dia. I really like her character in the game. I really like how, like, despite being a mercenary and being raised like out in the desert doing mercenary work, she's reasonable, and I especially really like her character design. Like, she looks so cool to me, and I'm just really disappointed that I can't use her in any way. Like, I mean, at least until Neuvillette came along. And with Neuvillette, at least with Neuvillette, I can use her in a rainbow team. When Dia couldn't use Yelan Burst or Xingqiu, it was Sag. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Sag. She would just cope in beta. Oh, yeah, that's true. When we all found out like how broken, like actually broken, not like broken good, but like just broken, all barely doesn't work. It barely works. Like when people found out that when people found out that when you use her burst, so you have to spam your normal attacks, right? So she punches faster. But when you jump, your burst is cancelled. And like that just made things really like much worse than they already were. And it was awful. I feel so bad that they took a character as cool as Dia and they made her that bad somehow. It's like, I don't know. Like, why did they even bother coming up with a unique kit for Dia if they made her that bad anyway? I feel like they just wasted all those developers' times, right? Like all their time in developing Dia. Oh, hey Abby, how you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Suma? What's up, man? You can create a character that heals the enemy, and it'll be better than her. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I mean, I get why you would say something like that, but I think that's taking it a little too far. But I don't completely disagree with it either. This Dia came out, I still haven't had her appear in my 50-50. Mostly standard characters. I low-key still want her. I actually felt kind of disappointed that I don't have her on my third account. So on my third account, okay, because a rainbow Neuvillette team with Dia in it and Dia. Wait, who was the Dia, Nahida, Nivelet, and so the Electro character for the Hyper Bloom part of it can be kooky, sure, but it also is better that it is Raiden Shogun, which means I'm gonna need to have Dragon's Bane because it gives 221 EM. I think it's the highest EM polearm that we have. But my problem is I don't have Dragon's Bane on my... Wait. No, I do have Dragon's Bane on my third account. No, I don't have Dragon's Bane on my second account, yeah. I don't have Dragon's Bane on my second account, so I don't want to invest into making a Hyper Bloom build for my Raiden Shogun over there because it's not even complete, so it wouldn't be as good as it should be. Plus, I still hate the idea of using a C3 Raiden Shogun as a Hyper Bloom procer. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah. Although I don't have Dia on my second account, but I do have Dia on my main account, but I don't have Dia on my third account. And I do have Dragon's Bane, which means I can make the rainbow team there. It's just I don't have Dia. $75 pity now, still no Clorinde. Oh man. That sucks. That really sucks, man. This Dia came out. I still haven't had her appear. Oh yeah. She's one of the cooler characters, I think. Unfortunately, that's all she is. A cool character. Is it just me, but like, I've always thought that the shorter female characters have a better swimming animation than the taller ones. At least that's what I think. Oh, come on. Gone. Hey, I mean, why not, right? But yeah, that is the thing though. Like I can't explain it. Like I can't seem to put my finger on why. But I like the shorter female characters swimming animation than the taller ones. The taller ones swimming animations seem, I don't know, incorrect. Like that's how I feel about it. They feel wrong. It doesn't feel like they're moving to push water behind them. It feels like they're just like wiggling in the water. They feel like fish, eels. I think that's it. Yeah, like the taller female characters, they look like they're just wiggling, whereas the shorter female characters, they look like they're Like yeah, like just like one person said, like an eel. Like they feel like they're more hydrodynamically swimming. Like they feel like they're slithering through the water, like that. Yeah, like but not in a bad way. Yeah, exactly, slithering, but in the water.
星とし無事今日の
Alright, time to do dailies on other accounts. Hey, what's up, SN90? How you doing, man? Have you updated to 4.7 yet? You get Clorinde? You bet I did. Unfortunately, I couldn't get her on the main account yet. Main account ran out of primos. Even though my main account had the most, it had the most primos. Albeit like it wasn't as close to pity as my second account. My third account got super lucky, I think. There's the main quest. It wasn't very long, yeah. It really wasn't very long. Took me like, I don't know, half an hour maybe of dialogue skipping.
この同点も華やいできます 同点に
Primos ran out, but you're guaranteed. Hey, sure, right? As long as you will have enough primos to get to pity. Right. That works. For some reason, Clorine's hair gives me like Medusa vibes. Right? Because like, wouldn't you easily be able to make snakes out of that thing? Like, look at the way it's designed. Like, they draw faces at the tip, at the ends of those, and like, you call it a day. You got Medusa. Okay, I think I won't do dailies on this account. I'll just do the Archon quest tonight on my own. I already did it on stream today, so I don't want to do it again. Why do I have a red thing? Is it this? Oh, no. Friendship thing, yeah. Alright, where is it? There. Hey, what's up? Sucrose the Harmless Sweetie. What a sweet name. Yeah, hi Sucrose. How you doing, man? So, I don't really follow the voice actors and actresses. In fact, I don't really do any social media at all. But I see this there's this YouTube channel. What is it called? Enthralpy, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Enthralpy. And he makes animations. He makes animations with the Genshin characters themselves, the Genshin character models, and he takes like voices from like these English VAs, and I guess he compiles them, and then he animates the different characters as if they were all like their Genshin character counterparts. And so from that, I hear Sucrose's VA cuss so much more than everyone else. And I don't know, it's just pretty big contrast from Sucrose, the character. Like, because I could see Sucrose, the character model, in his animations, and I was hearing the Sucrose VA as well, and like she was livid. It wasn't Sucrose that I was hearing. She's a real one. I know. And yeah, it's it just all I can say is that it wasn't Sucrose that I was hearing. Wait, what? Haven't I? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Oh no, that's not it. All I can say is that it was Sucrose, but it also wasn't Sucrose that I was hearing. Did I just hear Tainari bark? Did I just hear him say "woof"? It very much sounded like a woof to me. I mean, I don't know if anyone else heard that, but that's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like a woof.
確かにそうだな。俺も森で苦労したことは。
Also, why does Tainari's Japanese VA sound like a girl? Is it a girl?
後でバルベリーでも食べよう。今朝
バルベリーで悲しいことが。
僕はただ。
急にフルーツティーが飲みたくなってきたかも。
逃げた。
Okay, sure, hang on. What was it?
コレイは逃げたか。
Whenever you use Clorinde, I promise they looked at me first. Wait, what? Whenever you use Clorinde, I promise they looked at me first.
お前なら俺の言いたいことがわかるだろ。
I don't get it. Sorry, what?
断られるとは。だが。
Most child voices are done by female VAs. Most. Yeah, I guess so. Because like I know that Naruto's English VA was a woman. Yeah, and I think like it was the same voice actress that did even teenage Naruto's voice. Use Clorinde
飲み物の準備ができ
and
たよ。
face the camera with her.
彼が帰ってきたらバーベキューを始めよう。
Luffy's VA is a nice old lady too. Really? I mean, I've never watched One Piece. I was about to say, I almost said One Punch Man. I've never watched One Piece, but I do know who Luffy is. But I don't know what he sounds like in English. An old lady, huh? That's wow. You okay, wrong person? Doesn't sound like it sounds like you need to calm down.
二人はどれで寝る？
What is wrong with this dialogue? There's no skipping it. The dialogue just comes on the screen. No one's saying anything, no one's doing anything, but I can't skip it. Oh man, so many like
でもステーキのつ
ミディアムでた。
ならこれで十
so
分だ。
many like not camera tricks, but like camera angles that they show that like it's not really doing anything.
私もお腹
But
眠いなら寝て。
and there's no dialogue in it, so like it's, I don't know, just feels like it's wasting so much time.
おやすみなさい。
I don't know if Hoyo has a like a proper film director, you know, directing these like you know the storytelling.
この武器は。そうか。
But it really even like whether they do or not or they don't, it really doesn't feel like they do.
今はから。
Like look at this. A proper self-respecting director would never do this. Like look at that. Okay, so maybe this, like this camera, like pan out. Sure. Just to show like what the scene looked like when they're about to fall asleep. But like the random like move over here. Okay, oh somebody else is talking over here. Move over here to the other side. But no, don't focus on their face. Just show everyone.
ここにいるのか。旅人、パイモン。すま。
これを見ろ。
Just I don't know, like the camera angle seems so generic.
ああ
And I don't think they do because okay, I know they make a lot of money, but like that also doesn't mean that they have to waste money. Like they, at least to them, it feels like their storytelling is good enough already, and it's been working since day one. So why would they decide all of a sudden to hire a professional movie director who's, you know, like they're gonna have to pay a lot because it's a professional movie director just to work on their storytelling, which has been already working since day one. But I still just wish that it, you know, it would be better because they seem to really focus so much on their storytelling, or like at least like the story part of the game, and the world building. The writing is fine, like the world building lore is, I think that's awesome. It's been awesome. But then that's also like background lore. They don't have to do storytelling on that stuff. And the open world design is fine, like everything else is fine, and they really don't seem to want to focus very much on combat. But that's fine. I understand that. But it's also confusing to me because they designed such a unique combat system, such a unique elemental system that works so well together with the unique character kits of all their characters. So it clearly looks like they're focusing. They also want to focus on combat. But there's like this disconnect. They do have movie directors. The character demo now? Oh yeah, like I'm sure they do. Oh, or it's possible that maybe they don't do that in-house. Like the character demos and the pre-rendered cutscenes. Right, for scenes like this is not pre-rendered. You can see it clearly. Like they probably have the actual character models, like in place there and moving about, and all that they did. This is not a video that they included with the update. This is probably just a bunch of instructions, like a bunch of instructions, like keyframes, and obviously like along with the audio as well, like the audio recordings of the voice actors and actresses, instructions like keyframes, like which part of the open world they would be in, which characters would be in here, and again keyframes for like their movements and stuff. Yeah, so it's like I understand they're being efficient about it, because if they made every single scene like this, every single dialogue scene into a pre-rendered cutscene, So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like the pre-rendered cutscenes seem to be so much higher resolution than like what we see here. Like when we see scenes like this, we see the little imperfections in the characters. Like they're not imperfections; they're just like how characters are designed, like in like their 3D models, like little. Let's see, like in the rounded parts, right? Like over here, for example. Obviously, there's no perfect curve in 3D. It's just a bunch of lines that are like connected to each other at a certain angle that make it look like a curve. And like here, as you can clearly see, there's like a straight line. Okay, if you could stop moving. There's a straight line from here to here, but it's hardly noticeable. And that is, I forgot the term for it. Man, I don't remember the term for it, but it's sort of like a fake way to make curves. It makes straight lines look more like curves, even though they're not curves. And the textures are also like having like shadows included in the textures and stuff like that. It really sells. It really sells like that they're not a straight line. Really sells that the heads are full of curves. Whereas in pre-rendered cutscenes, you don't see that. So I think pre-rendered cutscenes are either rendered in the 3D software using much higher resolution. Using much higher polygon count character models, and I think they're rendered in a really high resolution, like maybe 4K, I think, maybe even higher. Because so how I can tell that is so I used to stream and play Genshin on my thin and light laptop. It has a graphics card in it, not a very powerful one, but it does have a graphics card in it. So I was able to stream and play Genshin on this thing. It's right in front of me, if you're wondering. But only at 720p, and sometimes even where's the door to this thing? Ah, there it is. All right, at 720p, and sometimes I would even go all the way down to let me see, what resolution was that? No, it's not here. I think I had like 640 by 400. On my laptop as an option. Yeah, 640 by 400 and render resolution at 0.6 at lowest everything 30 FPS, VSync off, everything lowest. And so it would be like playing relatively smoothly for in gameplay. But then all of a sudden, when I have to start, when it goes into a pre-rendered cutscene, it becomes a lot laggier. It becomes a lot laggier, and I can hear the fans of my laptop ramp up, and I can feel my laptop warming up way more than it already is. So I feel like, and 3D models like of the characters and of like all these things around me. You may think, shouldn't that be more like graphic GPU intensive or like CPU intensive? But like apparently no, it's not. Apparently the pre-rendered cutscene, which is supposed to be just a video that's playing, is somehow heavier on the computer than all these 3D assets and textures and the different voice lines that are going on in the background. So it makes me think that, okay, so it's either 4K or if it's a video, then it's probably 4K or higher because it's taking up so many computing resources. So I imagine those pre-rendered cutscenes are probably rendered in 3D software using much higher polygon count character models, and probably the video output is at 4K or higher. And I understand why they have to put it at 4K or higher, because like they know that there are some crazy Genshin gamers out there. There's probably like 1 or 2 people out there who play Genshin on an 8K monitor. Like I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 people out there like that, or like they play Genshin on their PlayStation 5 on an 8K TV. So obviously, those people are probably whales. And they certainly don't want to disappoint those people. So, right? Like if you're rich enough to have an 8K TV, a PlayStation 5, or a PC that can game at 8K or 4K or higher, then you bet that dude is baller enough to wail on Genshin. And if that player is wailing on Genshin, you certainly don't want to disappoint them by showing them a 4K video when they're trying to game at 8K. You certainly don't want to disappoint them by showing them a 1080p video when they're gaming at on a 4K monitor. So, yeah. Plus, I think those pre-rendered cutscenes aren't rendered internally. I get the feeling that they're probably done by an animation studio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they probably... I'm pretty sure that they probably have that done by an external like animation studio. I mean, they already have a deal with UFO Table, right? So Ufotable, I don't know how to say their name, right? So I don't know, like maybe, who knows? 1080 is luxurious to me. I know, right? In fact, I almost never watch YouTube videos at 1080p. I have a 1080p monitor, but I almost never watch YouTube videos on at 1080p. And most of the time, I play Genshin at 720p. Mostly because I need Genshin, because I don't have dual monitors, so I need Genshin to not take up the whole screen. When I'm streaming, then I have to like do it at 1080p so that like it doesn't, so that what's coming out of OBS is 1080p, and what's also going into OBS is also a 1080p. Otherwise, like it's not gonna look as good.
Yosh. Reo-yu, 助かった。人探し。
I don't even have a phone that has 1080p. So I have 2 phones. I don't remember the model of this one. It's a Realme. It's like $100 Realme phone. I didn't buy it though. It's just a freebie from when I bought my laptop a couple of years ago. And I've been using it since then. And when I watch YouTube videos on it, I don't even have the option to take the resolution up to 1080p. It's limited to like 720p, I think. And so the other phone that I'm using right now, it's not my phone, it's my brother's phone. But he isn't using it anymore. It's a mid-range, no, it's a budget mid-range phone from 2017, and I'm pretty sure the screen on that thing isn't 1080p, but I think it's pretty close to 1080p, but it's a higher resolution than the phone that I got for free with my laptop. So at least on that phone, I have the option to go 1080p. But even if I do switch it up to 1080p, I don't think I'm seeing full 1080p because I'm pretty sure the resolution on that thing is not fully 1080p. Alright. Anyway, I guess that's it for this account. I guess I could just do like a portion of the at least a portion of what's it called? The Archon quest on my second account. Just to complete daily commissions. I guess I won't do the whole thing because I already did it on stream earlier.
Perfect. It's you two.
The only ones for the job.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh?
I came across this commission. It seems simple with the reputation of the...
Well, that's us for...
If it proves to be beyond...
Okay, so...
This commission was jointly... But the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name.
Unlikely. Besides, putting up a commission required... In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The adventurers...
Alright then, let's go! I'm on...
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you already did the Archon quest. I want to do the quest, so might as well watch it here. He's the boogeyman equivalent, less scary. Dainsleif? Oh, speaking of what you said earlier, wrong person, about 1080p being a luxury to you. Back then, like maybe around... Yeah, maybe around like 10-ish years ago. Obviously, 1080p monitors have already existed from even way before 10 years ago, right? Although back then they were more expensive and they were yeah, they weren't as common as they are now. They weren't as common as they are now. But 720p back then was very common. And if not 720p, then at least 1600 by 900. And at that time, I knew about 1080p monitors, but I kind of didn't see the point. Like, I kind of thought, like, why would I ever get a 1080p monitor? You know, because 720p is perfectly fine. I can play the game and that's it. Like, maybe if I'm playing like a pretty looking game, like I don't know, like GTA 5, maybe I'll see the difference, but really only if I look. And now I think, like, for the most part, I think I still have the same opinion, but it's a little bit less so than 10 years ago. I think it's mostly because I want to be able to at least, let's say, okay, if I want to play a game in windowed mode, I don't want it to be too low of a resolution that I can start seeing pixels, that it starts looking actually bad when I want to play it in windowed mode, because I want to have other stuff in the background, like a YouTube video on the side over here, etc. And I don't want to have to use multiple monitors for it. I want to have it just all on one monitor. He appears once in a lifetime with bits of info. Like, come on, man. I don't think it's Dainsleif that's like annoying to me. To me, it's more like their storytelling. So, like I said, I already did this just about 2 hours ago, I guess. Yeah, and and I got the same treatment as I got the last time we got a traveler quest. The last traveler quest we had was like was the Carry Bear one, and back then I felt like, oh, finally we get some new stuff in the story. I felt like, oh, finally the story is moving forward. But then, like, in the end, it just made it was basically like, hey, this is what happened a long time ago. Okay, that's it. Like, it didn't move the story forward. That was it. There's nothing more. And this time it was more of the same. But instead, they're like, oh, hey, you get to meet the Abyss sibling. You get to talk to them. You get to hang out with them. But everyone's gonna forget about all of this. Yeah, everyone's gonna forget all of this once this mirage is gone. And everything will be like, and we will all be back to the way we were before. So, like, what's the point? That's the only excitement I get in a while, seeing him.
取り返しの貴様たちが知りたがっているあの罪人とは違う。奴の名を口にするの。あいつがダインのお兄さんだって。罪人は合わせて5人いる。賢者、フロプタチュール、預言者。俺の記憶がいかに。
I don't think his Japanese VA suits him. He's like, I understand that his Japanese VA is trying to make him sound cool and dark and mysterious. But and Dainsleif is supposed to be cool, dark, mysterious. But his like costume design is not cool, dark, and mysterious. It is like it's like Syndrome. Yeah. It's like Syndrome from, yeah, you guessed it, The Incredibles. Right, it's the cool dark colors, cool like black and white aesthetic. Like in Dainsleif's case, is like, what is that, purple? Even like dark, very dark blue and black. And okay, looks cool, but the design of it looks like they don't want to look cool. They want to look flashy, but they don't want to look too flashy. Oh, hey, what's up, Bozan? How you doing? No, what? I mean, like, it really does look like Syndromes, right? Like, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't remember him very clearly. Okay, Syndrome, The Incredibles. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Like, Syndrome doesn't have a collar. But, like, he has a similar idea where he wants to look cool, but he doesn't want to look like he's trying too hard. What about you? I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Pretty happy that the weather today is not as hot as it's been. But I'm also kind of worried that the weather's only gotten this cool because a volcano erupted.
あれは夢じゃない。確実に言えるのは、俺はこの男に会ったことがないと。ああ、最古の幸運期の目。って
ことは、いなくなった人がアビス教だ。
ああ、それにおそらくそいつは人の脳内に記憶を埋め込む能力を持っているようだ。
Where'd you get all of these, man?
それが本当なら、ビマラ村のみんなもただ頭の中に嘘の記憶を埋め込まれただけなんじゃないか？もともとそいつのことなんか知らなくて。でも、こんなことをしたところで一体何の役に立つんだ？
今朝のこの一件でアビス教団側の状況が一つ露呈した。
お？それって？
But he was trying too hard.
奴らは依
You
然
mean
として
syndrome? Yeah.
最古の幸運期の目を求めている。それを探すことをまだ諦めていないということだ。
Syndrome was trying really
このような記憶を埋め
hard.
込んだのも目のありかを唯一知っている俺の頭を混乱させるためだろう。そう心配
Oh
するの
man,
も
I gotta
無理か
log in again. Wait.
だが
Yeah, I
アビス
really
教団
do.
にそれを現
Okay,
実
this
に
is
する
so
ほどの
annoying.
力は
Am I the only one that keeps getting logged out of
奴らの目に
the
対する
Genshin
執
gift
着を見る
thing?
限りそれなりの用心はしておくべきだ。目がまだこちらの手にあるか確認しておこう。二人も来てくれ。
目を隠した場所に行くのか？
It's really annoying too, because like every time I have to log in, I have to do the like a CAPTCHA thing, and it's so annoying. I already have to do that CAPTCHA thing every time I switch accounts in Genshin on PC. It's so annoying that they can't just have like the same system that they do on mobile. Right? Like they already have the same system on mobile to like where it remembers your different accounts, the different accounts that you've logged in and verified on that device. Why can't they just do the same thing on PC? I guess maybe they think well it's a computer, so maybe some people play at an internet cafe and they don't want people to accidentally forget to log out or like to erase their account from that device. Sorry, I'm redeeming all these codes on all my different accounts, and it's taking a while. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Oops. Wow, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Where'd you get all of these, man? There's so many. Also, where's my mouse? There. Much appreciated. They probably think PC is more prone to hacks. Probably. I guess so. I guess that is true to some degree. Yeah. Yeah, especially because, like, so most people who... Alright. I was about to make that statement thinking that people play Genshin on Mac. And... I don't know if you can play Genshin on Mac. Like Mac OS, not iPad OS, not iOS, but like Mac OS. I don't know if Genshin exists on Mac OS. But yeah, like at least, so people playing Genshin on PC are likely to be on Windows. So, and the thing with Windows is it's an OS that's been around for much longer than like most other OSs, right? Oh, I got an achievement. Oh, this is probably from the quest. Yeah, alright. I'll get that later. Because it's been around for longer, plus the fact that way more people are on PC, are on Windows than on Mac OS, than on PC. That means that there's a bigger target for Windows is a bigger target for hackers and hacking in general. Is Clorinde good? She's fun. I won't say she's good. Yeah, I cannot say she's good. She's not bad, but she's not good. And she's fun. And that's my opinion of her. Oh, I forgot to claim this thing on this account. Thank goodness I checked it. Okay, so I'm gonna swap to my second account just so. Oh yeah, that's right, the thing. All right. I'm gonna swap to my second account because my second account actually has a decent build on 4TF over there, so it's gonna have a much smoother rotation. So I didn't get to properly use Clorinde yesterday because I just didn't wanna bother. Plus the fact that I just didn't have time yesterday. Today, I kind of have a little bit more time, not that much left really, but I still have a bit of time to take Clorinde into Abyss. But this time, I'm not going to force her into doing the first half, because the first half is the triple kinky, and like the only teams that I have available on me for Clorinde are her teams that don't really have healers. And her facing off against the triple kinky was kind of annoying. So I'm gonna try her out in the other half. Let me see. Okay, I guess I'll go with my typical. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's fine. Try Shogun's hyper carry team on her. Shogun's hyper carry team. No, this Abyss is not very good for it, I think. Wait, let me see. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking about it. Alright, that is actually, I never actually thought about that. Hang on. Where is Sarah? There she is. I need you. Oh, no, no, no. This is my second account. Okay. That's right. What was that again? You, and you. Okay. Let's give it a try. Now, I don't know how this is gonna work out. Let me think. How is this gonna play out? So, okay, I could burst first on Clorinde, so I could swirl Electro. Hang on. Burst on Clorinde. Kazuha burst. And then Bennett E, Bennett burst, Kujusara E burst, Clorinde. Okay. Okay, maybe it doesn't work out because I have four Thundering Fury on. I think it might be, yeah, I think Arlecchino's set or 4 Gladiator might be better for that. Hey, what's up, Johan? How you doing, man? Just whirl Electro using Sarah's E. I could, but I'm gonna burst on her anyway. Right, so that I can get more bonded life. So I might as well start with it. But yeah, I think it's not gonna work out very well because I'm not even benefiting from 4 Thundering Fury. Because remember, I have her on 4 TF on this account. So I think 4 TF here is better suited towards like an overload team. Which I could do. We could do that. How would this work? Would that work? I don't know. Let's give it a try. What the? Sack Sword didn't proc, huh? Oops. I mean that did something. I'm not sure what it did, but it did something. Would be better with TF? Yeah, I think so. Okay. We'll give it a try. Alright, let's try that again. If only I could just get this Cryo Kenki to not dash. That was fun. That was pretty fun. Okay, not enough energy though. Yeah, not enough energy. That is so much fun. that looked like so much fun. And it's clearing about as fast, I think. That's okay. Not bad. I somehow just have to kill this dude while having enough. Okay, there. Does Cookie need to be level 90? For Hyper Bloom, yes. Okay, so let's try the Overload team then. So maybe without Bennett this time, because like she's not gonna be able to stay in the burst anyway. Okay, well let's try with Bennett first. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's try and come up with like the full team. Yes, there. The way that I've been able to avoid triggering the dash is like I run backwards.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ武器を捨てろ報道さばき話が通じないなら叩く悪を極め影を刈り尽くす蒼天さっさと終わらせ
She's not healing enough. Okay. You first, you next. Okay, enough energy, we're good. Alright, and in the circle. Oh dear, I cannot. I can't. But, wait, where's the time? Wow. That would have been a pretty fast clear. Unfortunately, skill issue is an issue. Issue an F2P team for Alhaitham. Sure, hang on. In a moment, man. Running backwards will bring the mid away for the green sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is actually true. Ow. Oh, that was close. Oh dear. Oh, you're still alive. Wait, you're still. Oh my god. Okay. That wasn't bad. Not smooth, but not bad. Alright, let's try it out. Let's try to keep going this time. Oh, darn it. Oh, I missed one. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with you like this. There. Oops, almost got caught. Oh, that was close. Almost got caught in that bubble. Almost went right into that bubble. I might not want to burst here. Okay. The last two Fatui agents always screw me over. They are annoyingly tanky. Yeah, and like the other day I was doing Abyss, and like for some reason they just wouldn't die. Like they were both at 1 HP. Oh dear, that was not what we wanted. Can I heal Clorinde? Like if I don't have Bond of Life, is it possible to heal her? I don't actually know. I'm just trying it out. Oh yes, we can. Haha. Okay, this is not one of our faster clear times, but we're still gonna try. And we're good. You didn't run overcarry using Sarah? I tried to. But this team seems to be doing it a little bit better for me. Oops. Come on. Okay, you're all here. I don't really need the healing, but okay. Just needed some iframes. Ow. Ow. I don't have energy, or rather stamina. Okay. For a second, I thought the barking dog came from Abyss. He's like, that's a new feature. I guess Shangling makes your damage more consistent. That is true. It's always about Shangling. So from what I remember, I think, isn't Chevreuse supposed to? Chevreuse is supposed to overload, right? I don't. It's not just using her skill. I'm supposed to overload or something. I don't know what I'm doing really. Oh, I didn't hit anything with my burst. It is very fun though. There's no denying. Her playstyle is very fun. It's somehow fun, but like it's not too... Oh god, I didn't realize it would dash that far. Oh, this is not very fast. Oh, another thing about this team though is like no resistance to interruption at all. Chevrolet doesn't need to overload. Anyone in your team can overload and her passive will trigger. Ah, I see. Alright, alright. Okay, are you gonna teleport? No, he did not teleport. Is that an Abyss Herald? No, it was a the Baptist something. I don't remember what it's called. It's a world boss. It's a world boss. It's not just a normal mob. Burst on Chevy to battery Shangling. Does it give any particles? The burst, like the bombs, if it hits? Someone was asking for a team earlier. F2P team. Oh yeah, that was you, Kasam. Alright. Let's see. F2P team. I guess if you don't have Yelan, if you don't have Yelan and you don't have Nahida, but if you have Kuki, then you could obviously go for either Kali or where is he? Dendro MC and Chingcho. But then again, you know, like the only F2P part about this is probably Dendro Traveler. Xingqiu, one of the older 4 stars, so as long as you're not a brand new player, you're likely to have him. Kuki, not very likely, but you might have her if you've been playing for at least a little while. So this is like one of his Hyper Bloom teams. You can just go straight up spread quicken teams, and so that would basically just be Fischl. All you need is Fischl to make that happen. Fischl, you could go with Beidou as well if you want to. Who else? I guess there's nobody else really. Yeah, like the important bits are just have an Electro character so that Alhaitham can spread. Alhaitham doesn't need a brain to use. I mean, okay, that's not, you know, that's not an insult, by the way, Kasam. It's actually true. Like, really. Oh, you don't have Fischl? Oh man, that's too bad. Fischl's such a good character. Okay, so let's say, for example, Dendro Traveler, Xingqiu, and Kuki. Alright, so first, hang on, let me make sure he's actually built. Five sword, there. 245, is that the best we got? ER. I'm sure I could do better. HP, ER. Okay. So the Dendro MC would be better here if you had 4 Deepwood on Dendro MC, but I don't have a high ER 4 Deepwood set, so I'm just going with whatever. $290 ER. That'll work. Yeah, okay. Okay. So this is not a very good place to test it out on. But at least Cryo won't trigger Dendro MC's thing. So I guess it's fine. Let me see, where's Xingqiu? Okay, Xingqiu, Cookie. Yeah, there you are. So like the basic idea on Alhaitham is when you use his skill, don't press it. Never press it. You have to hold it every time. And so what happens when you hold it is you lunge at where you have it pointed. You lunge at where you have it pointed, and then you have to mash the left mouse button so that you do a plunge attack. And just do it. Like I won't explain all of it. It's complicated. It's a long explanation, but just do that. And your Alhaitham's gonna do the most damage that he'll be able to do. Okay, but before you get on Alhaitham, you need to first... oops, that's not the right way to do this, Chamber. Hang on. Alright, so let's run to the left first. Okay, this. There. It's kind of funny what he sounds like when he gets hit. Yeah, I'm sure you noticed me do it there, right? Like I did like a hold E into a plunge attack. And then rotate through my other characters. I'm gonna get frozen, I'm gonna get hit, and I died. Right? So if you'll see here, hold E. You always hold E and then just spam left mouse button. I just realized my Alhaitham's using a level 1 sword. No wonder why my Alhaitham was hitting like a wet noodle. Okay. There. Sword. Is this right? Yeah, I think that's right. No, you know what? I think I'll just go with Harbinger. There. Harbinger's better in this case. At least I think so. It just looks nicer. I just have my crit ratios just look a lot better. The Dendro MC, the you, and then whoever. Play mobile, but yeah, I'm understanding. Mobile, it's I mean, like I don't know. Like just the fact that you say you play on mobile doesn't automatically tell me that you're worse at playing. I know that generally it's harder to play on mobile, but like I've seen people play on mobile. Like I've seen people play on mobile and like they play better than me on PC. I mean, like them playing on PC on mobile is better than how I play on PC. There we go. Those are the numbers that we're looking for. Oh dear, he's dead. Oh, that hurt. If you'll notice, so we got the flying dendro swords, right? And you don't get that if you only press your skill. Because okay, when you use your skill, when you hit enemies with a charged attack, was it a charged attack or a normal attack? I forgot. Yeah, when you use your skill, and when you hit enemies with a plunging attack and a charged attack, I think, you get these light mirrors, and that is from this thing. Hang on. Okay, when you use your skill, you get one light mirror. When you hit enemies, where was it? I think it was a passive. Each point, no. Oh, here. Okay, when a charged attack or a plunging attack hits enemies, they will generate one chisel light mirror. And when you have 3, I believe, 3 is the max that you can have. Yeah, you can have up to 3 light mirrors, and once you have 3 of those light mirrors, you will do the raining dendro sword thing, and that is the most amount of DPS that Alhaitham will be able to do. But obviously, you can't do a plunge attack if you don't hold his skill, and that's why just hold his skill. Never use press. Consequently, when you use your burst too, you also get the 3 mirrors. But the thing with your burst is you do get an infusion from your burst, but it doesn't happen right after. It happens 2 seconds after you use your burst. So there's a little bit of a delay. And if you play on really low ping, maybe, I don't know, 20 ping, you can use your burst, swap to a different character, use your skill, swap back to Alhaitham, and then you'll have the infusion. But if you play on a higher ping, then don't. Just use your burst and then wait. You'll get the infusion of the 3 mirrors. Anyway, the main idea is make sure enemies get hit by Electro, and then you will be able to do spread, which increases his damage significantly by a lot. And if you're not doing it, okay, hang on. We should try our damage somewhere, which I believe I have. Ah, there we go. Let's try it out. So, let's try using his skill with no spread. How much damage do we do? I think I went a little too early. Yeah, I went a little too early. Okay, the skill's almost done anyway. Alright, here. Here. So 6697. Okay. 6697 on the rain dendro sword rain thing. Alright, let's wait for our skill to cool down. I like Cookie. Ult and Alhaitham burst right on it. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Right, so let's put Electro on this dude. Okay. Now by the time we do this. So how much was it? I was seeing 11. I don't know what am I seeing? I'm seeing 11Ks. But I was also seeing 7Ks. Okay, let's try that again. 11Ks? Yeah. I guess so. Alright, so that's a lot. 19? Was that 19? I don't know, right? So the difference is huge. If you don't do spread, just raw damage, or you do spread. The difference is huge. So you have to, at the very least, have an off-field Electro on your team. So plunge attack and then crit attack the flying swords. Crit attack? No. As soon as you use your hold skill and do a plunge attack, That's it. Like you'll have 3 swords, and like you'll have like 2 waves of that rain dendro sword thing. You'll have like another 1 or 2 rounds, I think, waves of just like the 2 chiseled light mirror thing, but it's fine. And then after that, when you can see that your bursts are ready on your other accounts, that's when you swap back to them. You use your skill, you burst, and then you burn, skill, you burst, you rotate through your different characters, and then you get back to Alhaitham again, and then hold E, and then plunge. So yeah, that's yeah, it depends on the composition. That's true. It depends on the team comp, but ideally, you go through your other team's abilities first, and ideally your team's abilities are off field, just like Dendro MC, Kuki, Xingqiu on this team. In my case, I have Nahida, Yelan, and Kuki, and they're all off field abilities, right? They're all off-field abilities. I press Q on Nahida and mark enemies. I use the burst, so that. And then there we go. I'm done with getting all my teammates' abilities up, and then I can go ham on Alhaitham. And we're done. Did you see Clorinde burst without the animation? She disappears, really? I mean, in the animation, she does turn into like that lightning bolt that weaves in and out and around. So I guess that's when she disappears. I'll go try that right now. All right, hey, if you have any other questions, Kasam, we got a Discord server that if you'd like to join, you can ask for me over there. You can ask for other smarter people over there. There's like a bunch smarter people over there than me. Yeah, it's in the link in all my streams. Anyway, I got work in literally 1 minute from now, guys. So anyone who needs any help building their characters, counts, making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want to ask for my opinion personally, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Yeah, bye, everyone. Take care.